The Prairie Traveler, a handbook for overland expeditions. Chapter 4. Packing. Packing with mules or horses offers a faster and more flexible alternative to wagons for certain expeditions, especially in rough or mountainous terrain. Proper saddles and methods are essential to prevent injuries and ensure efficient travel. The Grimsley pack saddle is highly recommended for its strength and design. It distributes weight evenly and minimizes sores when used correctly. Travelers should master the technique of balancing loads and securing them firmly to withstand long marches over varied ground. Careful packing preserves animal strength and prevents loss of supplies on the trail. Saddles. The choice of saddle greatly influences the comfort and condition of pack animals. The Grimsley saddle, used by the U.S. Army, stands out for durability and practical design. It features a strong tree that fits well on the animal's back and allows secure attachment of loads. Other saddles, such as those of European or California styles, have merits but often prove less suitable for heavy prairie work. A good saddle prevents shifting loads and reduces the risk of wounds. Proper fitting and padding are critical for long journeys. Mexican method. The Mexican method of packing employs a simple yet effective rig with crossed ropes and balanced loads. It allows quick adjustment and works well with rawhide or leather straps. Loads are divided evenly on each side of the mule, with the aparejo, a padded pad, providing cushioning. This system is favored by experienced Mexican and Indian packers for its reliability in rough country. It requires skill to tie securely, but permits rapid loading and unloading. Many frontier travelers adopt variations of this method for its practicality. Madrina, or bell mare. In herding and packing mules, a bell mare, madrina, proves invaluable. Mules become strongly attached to her and follow wherever she leads. The bell produces a clear tone audible at a distance, helping herders maintain control. During marches or stampedes, mounting the bell mare and riding ahead often brings the entire herd back to camp. This attachment simplifies management of large mule trains and reduces straying. A reliable bell mare is one of the most useful assets for pack expeditions. Attachment of the mule illustrated. The proper attachment of the mule to the bell mare or within the herd follows natural instincts. Mules cluster around the madrina and respond to her movements. Illustrations in the original text show how the bell is suspended and how ropes or halters connect animals without restricting natural following behavior. This setup prevents scattering and allows herders to guide the group efficiently. Understanding these attachments helps maintain order during travel and grazing. Best method of packing. The best method involves balancing loads precisely on either side of the animal, using a well-fitted saddle and secure lashings. Heavy items ride low with lighter or softer goods on top. The diamond hitch or similar knots hold everything firmly yet allow quick release. Loads should not exceed the animal's capacity, typically around 200 to 250 pounds for a strong mule. Regular checks during halts prevent shifting or chafing. This approach, combined with gradual conditioning, keeps animals in good condition over long distances. Hoppling animals. Hobbling, restricts animals from wandering far while allowing them to graze. A simple hobble connects the front legs with a short rope or rawhide, permitting limited movement but preventing rapid travel. For kicking animals, a forked stick fastened to the bridle can deter the habit effectively. Hobbling at night or during extended grazing periods conserves herding effort. Proper technique avoids injury while providing necessary freedom. This practice is essential when secure corrals are unavailable. Selecting horses and mules. In selecting horses and mules for packing, choose those that are sound, gentle, and well broken to the pack saddle. Mules are generally preferred for packing on the prairies because they endure fatigue better, subsist on coarser grass, and are less liable to stampede than horses. They should be from 4 to 7 years old, with strong backs, sound feet, and good wind. Avoid animals that are vicious or inclined to kick. A good pack mule should carry from 200 to 250 pounds without injury. Horses require more attention and better forage, but they travel faster and are useful for riding. Select animals that have been accustomed to the country and climate if possible. Examine their backs carefully for old sores and their feet for soundness. It is better to pay a higher price for good animals than to take inferior ones at a low cost, as the latter will often fail on a long journey. With proper selection and care, pack animals will perform their duty well and reach the end of the expedition in good condition. Grama and bunch grass. Grama and bunch grasses are the best pasturage for horses and mules on the prairies. Grama grass grows in tufts or bunches and is highly nutritious. It cures well on the ground and remains good through the winter. Bunch grass is also excellent and is found in many parts of the country west of the Missouri River. Animals thrive upon these grasses and keep in good condition when they can be obtained. In sandy or alkaline districts, the grass is often poor and insufficient. Travelers should always seek out the best grass for their animals and allow them to graze as much as possible. When grass is abundant, animals recover rapidly from fatigue. In seasons of drought or late in the fall, grass becomes scarce, and it is necessary to provide grain or to make shorter marches. A knowledge of the different kinds of grass and their localities is of great value to the packer. European saddles. European saddles are generally too light and frail for the rough work of prairie traveling. They are often made with high pommels and candles, which interfere with the proper adjustment of the pack. The trees are frequently weak and soon break under heavy loads. The padding is apt to slip and cause wounds. For military purposes in Europe they may answer, but they are not well adapted to the wants of the prairie packer. The weight is badly distributed, and the girths are often insufficient. Travelers who have used them on long journeys generally discard them in favor of the American or Mexican pack saddles. The Grimsley saddle is much superior to any European pattern for the purposes of overland expeditions. California saddle. The California saddle is a strong, heavy saddle well adapted to packing. It has a large tree covered with rawhide, high pommel and cantle, and is capable of bearing heavy loads. It is used extensively in California and on the Pacific coast. The stirrups are large and strong, and the whole saddle is made for hard service. It answers a good purpose for packing, but the Grimsley saddle is preferred by many for its better distribution of weight and greater comfort to the animal. The California saddle is heavy, but its durability compensates for the extra weight. It is particularly useful in mountainous districts where great strength is required. Saddle wounds. Saddle wounds are among the most common and troublesome injuries to which pack animals are subject. They are caused by ill-fitting saddles, uneven loads, or carelessness in packing. When a wound appears, the load should be lightened or shifted to the opposite side, and the animal allowed to rest until healed. The wound should be washed with cold water and a little salt and kept clean. A piece of rawhide or soft leather placed under the saddle often prevents chafing. If the wound is deep, it should be dressed with simple ointment. Animals with sore backs should not be packed until completely healed. Prevention is better than cure, and careful fitting of the saddle and even loading will save much suffering and delay. Alkali. Alkali water and alkali dust are very injurious to animals. When water charged with alkali is drunk, it often produces colic and diarrhea. The dust affects the eyes and nostrils. To prevent injury from alkali water, mix a little vinegar or acid with it, or use alum to neutralize it. When animals show signs of suffering from alkali, give them a drench of grease or oil. In districts where alkali abounds, it is important to select camps where good water can be found. The grass in alkaline regions is often poor and should be avoided when better pasturage is near. With proper precautions, the injurious effects of alkali may be greatly diminished. Flies. Flies are a great annoyance to animals on the prairies, especially in the summer months. They collect in swarms about the eyes, nostrils, and wounds and cause much irritation. Animals become restless and do not graze well. To protect them, smear the parts with tar or a mixture of grease and tar. A piece of cloth or a branch waved over the head drives them away temporarily. In very bad localities, it may be necessary to travel at night and rest during the day. Smoke fires in camp help to keep flies away. Constant annoyance from flies reduces the condition of animals and should be guarded against as much as possible. Colic. Colic is a common and dangerous disease among horses and mules on the plains. It is often caused by drinking bad water, eating too much grass when heated, or sudden changes of food. The animal shows signs of pain by pawing, rolling, and looking at its flanks. Prompt treatment is necessary. Give a pint of raw linseed oil or a drench of warm water with ginger and salt. Walking the animal gently often relieves the pain. If the attack is severe, bleed from the neck vein. Prevention is best secured by regular feeding, careful watering, and avoiding sudden changes. With prompt attention, most cases of colic can be cured. Rattlesnake bites. Cures for the bite. Rattlesnake bites are not uncommon on the prairies, and travelers should know how to treat them. The bite produces swelling and great pain. The best immediate remedy is to suck the wound and apply a ligature above it. Then wash the part with ammonia or spirits of camphor. A piece of raw liver or the flesh of a freshly killed animal bound on the wound is said to draw out the poison. Some travelers use a mixture of gunpowder and salt moistened with water as a poultice. The Indians use various roots and herbs with success. The wound should be kept open and discharging. Give the animal warm drinks and keep it quiet. With prompt and proper treatment, the bite is seldom fatal to horses or mules. Always be cautious in grassy or rocky places where snakes abound.